electricity demand and prices to record levels. And it's not slowing down. That's why we're here. So it's AI. AI data centers. That's one. Electric vehicles. Anybody got an electric vehicle?
I do.
Okay. There you go. I knew there was one.
Oh, it's gotta be one.
It's pushing the electricity. Then we've got smart homes with devices. Who doesn't have smart homes with devices? We got phones, we got computers, we got laptops, everything. Sometimes all on at the same time, right? And the population and the grid lag. More people, more homes, more demand, but electrical infrastructure takes decades to expand. So it's going to take a lot more money to build another power grid than it would be to find some other solutions to assist the power grid. An AI search uses up to 10 times more electricity than a Google search. Anybody ever done a Google search? Everybody, right? We've done some type of Google search where we're searching for something, but now we're doing it through AI. You know, Chad and I are best friends. We talk all the time. I got a business partner, she calls hers Milo. Okay. So her Chad has a name. Okay. I'm not going to name mine because my husband would be looking crazy. You're talking to Chad more than you talk to me. So data centers are coming for your electricity. Literally, they're coming for our electricity. They're not being built randomly. They're being built where the power is. And that means right next to you. Every new data center that goes up in your region is a direct competitor for the same electricity you use to run your home or your business. Texas. We are the largest. 1/7 of America's electricity is consumed in Texas. That's a $40 billion with a B, $40 billion market. Over 26 million deregulated customers. We may not have them all in this room, but they're definitely out there, right? So the question that comes to me when I look at stuff, I want to know the hows and the whys. So I kind of go a little deeper into stuff. So it's like I say, okay, why Texas? How are we becoming the epic center of the AI data center boom? Why? Because we've got inexpensive real estate. We got land everywhere. Right? No state income tax. Minimal regulation. And so Texas increasingly stands out as a hub for the AI players. Now, what tripped me out, as small as Virginia is, Virginia has the most existing data centers, but Texas has the most megawatts of data centers under construction. That's according to Melius research analyst James West, who said Texas is becoming the new backbone of the AI build-out.
Wow.
CBS News, I like facts. You know, I don't just like to just say stuff. I like facts to go along with it. CBS News says we're on track to become the largest data center market on earth. Texas Tribune says Texas forecast to be top market for data centers in 2 years. 2 years. And Sunrun, why more Texans are taking their power back? Because of an unpredictable grid, and new technology has changed the thinking on how solar and battery storage. So here it is. What's the thing about these data centers, Dr. Ross? Well, the same home and business is pulling from the same grid as the data centers. See that?
That's a good visual.
See that? Yeah. See, so as electricity demand increases, why is it going to raise electricity? Because people said, I don't believe it's going to happen. I saw a commercial, and they said, the data centers are building and it's going to help the electricity. I say, really? I'm going to lie like that?
Oh, they lie.
Okay. Higher electricity, heavier grid strain, increased outage risk, greater need for smart energy. So the grid wasn't built for yesterday's demand and tomorrow's AI explosion. Smart energy today means a stronger, more stable tomorrow. Now, the thought came to my mind when it says the grid wasn't built for yesterday's demand. Well, it wasn't ready yesterday. Right? 2021, right? I was a victim. Everything shut down. We were out of town, came home with a house full of water. Pipes burst while we were gone. Yeah. And that's why, you in all things you give thanks. What I gave thanks for was we had just gotten our bathrooms redone and the water stopped at the door
What?
of the bathroom.
What
So even though the rest of the house was flooded, he gave me a reason to say thank you. Because we're still paying on that, right?
Yeah.
So Houston alone already has dozens of data centers consuming massive electricity loads and more coming. Look at this.
Yeah, they just put it on the news.
This is in our neighborhood, guys.
They just put it on the news.
This is in our neighborhood. Some of these things are right around the corner here. Already built. Inside buildings. Some of them we don't even know. It's a data center in there. So how do families get ready for this? So I believe that we've got to help people understand what's happening and then how do you get ready for it. So the way you get ready for it is bill awareness, think smart, battery backup, peak avoidance, energy independence, stability and protection. Now, here at Think Energy, we're able actually to solve all of these problems. So if we become aware and make people be aware, because we're preaching to folk, we're just delivering a message saying, look, this is going to happen. Are you aware of it? And get ready for it so you can be powered for life. So it starts with bill awareness. People don't understand their bills.
Right.
You open your bill, it's a wall of numbers. Most people have no idea what they're actually paying for. And here's the thing, confusion is costing money. And when you don't understand your bill, you can't challenge it. You can't optimize it. You can't make smarter choices. So the hidden truth is, most people just don't understand their bill. They're not trying to. They're just trying to pay the bottom dollar. And something that utilities are counting on is that we don't understand our bill and we're not trying to. But then they throw stuff at us to make us think we're getting a good thing. Free nights, budget billing, low rates. These promises, they sound great. And they advertise them and they blow them up. But do you know what you're actually paying? We're going to start doing some things at some senior facilities and just educating the seniors because they're being bamboozled. Hoodwinked, right? They're being so lied to. So most people only look at one number, the bottom number. How much do I owe this month? Or how much is past due? But the single number hides a layered pricing structure that can work against you if you don't understand it. So I just want to touch on some things just to help people understand. You got to know what your energy charge is. People don't know what their energy charge is. Folks don't look at their bill, right? But that's what you pay per kilowatt hour of electricity that's used. What is your delivery charge? Delivery charge. That's how it transports all across the sky to your home. And we've got all kind of retailers here in Texas.
Okay.
Over 100 different. I've seen over 125 different retailers. Some of you recognize some of those names over there,
Go to
right?
the grocery store, you'll see some more.
And then we've got the delivery companies, Encore, Centerpoint, there are even some other delivery companies depending on what part of Texas you live in. And then who operates the grid? One person, one guy, ERCOT. And their job is to keep the grid balanced. And the way they do that is by alerting you and telling you we're finna cut your section off for a few minutes, a few hours. Or we're gonna rotate an outage in the whole area for a minute. It's gonna be out over here for a minute. It's gonna be out over here. And it's not because there's anything wrong with the transformer like they try to make us believe sometimes. Just that they're trying to keep the grid balanced because we've got this grid that's unstable. So, we want to make sure people understand. Then you got all these other numbers on your bill. All these other lines, adjustments, fees. They call them all kind of stuff. Fuel cost adjustment, market rate adjustment, grid reliability. But they're charging us for it.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about these promos. Free nights and weekends. That sounds great. The plain story sounds like a win, but electricity companies have to recover that free cost somewhere. My husband says all the time, free ain't really free all the time.
Nothing free.
The answer is significantly higher daytime rates. So they promise that you use free electricity after dark and all weekend long. But the reality is, daytime, what else do we run in the daytime?
Everything.
The AC, the refrigerator, the water heater, the computers, the microwave, medical equipment. All that's running in the daytime. So, thank you, but no thank you, right? Here's a bill. They told her nighttime usage is free, and she saved this amount, and the thing they didn't tell her is that nighttime rates are the lowest. But look what they charge you in the daytime. 26.7 kilowatts in the daytime. Wow. So, on the other side of that, free nights does help some people. And we want to be realistic about that. Because if you're a night shift worker, home during peak free hours, this plan can genuinely save you money. If you're an EV owner, charging overnight is a natural fit for free night pricing. Average family though, kids, air conditioning, cooking, work from home setups, that's heavy in the daytime. Free nights is not going to help you, right? So the real question isn't, are nights free? Is, what am I paying during the 16 hours? Here's another one, budget billing. And this is what I saw on a senior bill. That's why this helped me put this together, because this was this lady's bill. She's in her 80s, and she's struggling to pay her bills because she's on budget billing. So instead of a $90 bill one month and $220 the next, they tell you, let's average it out so you can know what you're paying, the same thing every single month. But it can quietly hide what's really happening with your usage rates. And they call it all kinds of different things. It's a different name, but it's the same idea. It's not about, it's about payment stability, not rate stability. So here's the bill. The name of it itself told you it's average billing, right? Mm-hmm. And her current monthly billing rate for the average is $101. So they're averaging out what she pays per month, $101. But guys, look at how much she used that month. $49. That's what she should have been paying, $49 plus the taxes and all of that. Not $101, but because she's on budget billing. And for her, a reliant person came in and told her, you need to be off this plan. Yep. That was an honest person. But she's still on it because she's got a contract till 2028.
Woo, Lord. Till 2028.
So budget billing doesn't change what you owe. It just changes when you pay it. That's all it does. It averages it out, but you still gonna pay the same thing. And the thing is, she would be paying $49 in 1 month instead of $101. Then you've got energy charges versus all-in rate. And this is one of the most common sources of an electric bill when a company advertises which number are you actually showing up. Is it your energy bill, energy rate, or is it your all-in rate? We were just on a conversation with a lady, and she said, no, that's my all-in rate. Because a lot of companies will advertise the energy rate, 7.8 cents, good example. Mm-hmm. But actually the all-in rate is about 13 to 16 cents. And most people will argue you down about what their bill is and not know which one they're talking about. So when you're shopping for the best rate, which is what we do in Texas, and all of this is related to Texas only. The other states don't do it this way. We're the only state that does all of this.
Several countries.
The apples to the oranges comparison is a trap. So shoppers will shop around. They'll look on the websites looking for the best rate they can find, not realizing that they don't know which one they're looking at. And if they're looking at a company A will advertise the energy rate. The delivery fee is listed separately in the fine print. Company B, they have the all-in rate. Total costs, including delivery. So what can you see? Company A looks cheaper, but you're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to oranges. So always ask, is this the all-in rate? Here's an example. This was a person that was doing they call it pay less power. You pay prepay, 29.8, 36.5. Look at these rates. Oh my God. And then here's another example. The 14.4 is what the rate was. The base charge was $4.95. And then the TDU charges are always added into there. Here's a Think Energy bill. What do we show? We show the all-in rate. That's the transparency. We let you know the all-in rate is right there. Anytime you see the words average price. So look at your bill and see what the average price is, and that's how you know the all-in rate that includes delivery. Because if you do the math, with the base charge and the energy charge here is 7 cents. A lot of companies would be advertising that price rate. Oh, we got 7.7 cents at our company. Well, they do, but it's for energy charge, not the all-in, because it didn't include the TDU and everything else. So the last thing is we got fixed rates and variable rates. Now, people run into variable rates because they forget to look at their email when their plan is about to end, and they don't renew, and then all of a sudden they get jacked up.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're on a variable plan because your contract ended and you didn't notice that. But the fixed rates lock your energy charge for 12 to 24, sometime even longer. Think Energy does 12 and 24 plans. And that gives you stability. But those variable rates is just what the word says. To me, it's like a variable annuity.
Yeah.
It's fluctuating back and forth. Okay?
Daily.
Yes. And then here's an example. And it's written there, this price may change in subsequent months at the sole discretion of Infused Energy. Wow. Think Energy has an electricity facts label that you can pull up on every single service that we have to find out what the base charge is, what the fixed energy rate is, and then the all-in rate. And as you can see, the all-in rate in this example is the same. 12.8, 12.8, 12.8. That's not always the case. Because oftentimes, the lower your kilowatt is, the higher that is. And as you use more, it goes down. But that's why I got excited when we hit this 12.8. That's this month right now. We're still at this rate right now. Because rarely do you see the same rate even if you just do 500 kilowatts. Or 1,000 kilowatts. And then that's the mistake that sometimes advisors make. They'll quote somebody this rate, because that's what's on the front page.
Right.
But if you see their bill and you see that they don't do this 2,000 kilowatts, they're doing 1,000, then you need to quote them the lower rate. Not the lower kilowatt, but the higher rate if it's higher. And then lastly, the forgotten contract. We have contracts here in Texas. And we've got to wait for some people to end their contract unless they choose to break their contract. But it's something that sometimes people don't even know. When your contract ends? Oh, I don't know. And the audacity to let people sign you up for a 5-10-year contract. That's terrible. But your rate can jump significantly and you may not notice for always knowing your contract end date. Fixed rates there till it expires, automatic rollover, and the bill climbs. Contract date is usually on the bill somewhere. It's usually in fine print. So you got to look for it.
So we can't see you
know.
won't miss it.
But we definitely want to look for those contract dates and be able to help people. So we shouldn't have to reorganize our life. People shouldn't have to change everything they do and decide whether I pay my light bill or do I buy some groceries or, do I get some Pampers or do we pay the light bill? The good news is you don't have to. And that's where we come in. Because smart technology, smarter energy options, and the right partner can change everything starting right now. The shift is happening for households across the country. The only question is whether you're going to be a part of it. So, we have a diverse suite of products here at Think Energy. A 12-month, 24-month. And we've got clean energy, budget-friendly, $100 cash gift card. And yes, they do give it to you. Now, you got to pay your bill on time for 6 months. and they send it to you. It's actually done online. It's a virtual gift card, but you can still use it everywhere because I used it and spent it pretty quick. But the thing that I like even more, since we know about contracts, and everybody knows about contracts, right? And you know that when you leave one company and go to the next one, you got to pay the early termination fees. Think Energy has it set up so that if you decide, like just a few months ago, our prices dropped. I picked up the phone, said I want the lower rate, and I paid $29.95 to get it. Boom. Not a $200 because I'm breaking the contract, right? So that's pretty cool. And they do that, and you can do that as often as you need to. Plus, we've got thermostat integration that powers efficiency and gives you a $10 per month credit. I look for that credit on the bill every month. And here's how it works. So here's that same lady who had the night times free. So she got the night times free, and they had the nerve to tell her that she used most of her energy at night, right? But nighttime wasn't the right time. And then they showed her she had a $142 credit. That was cool. But then they charged her for the daytime $326.54. And then 26.7 kilowatts. Wow. That's pretty amazing. But when my business partner analyzed her bill, reviewed her bill, we could save her $188.34 with the smart thermostat. And if she didn't have a smart thermostat, we could still save her $172.18. Anybody think that's a good savings?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's look at this Think Smart.
At Think Energy, we built a way to lower your energy bill and keep your home comfortable, and you'll barely have to lift a finger. Now live in Texas, Think Smart is an innovative technology designed to save you money on autopilot. All you need is 5 minutes to connect your Wi-Fi enabled Ecobee, Honeywell, or Resideo thermostat, and we'll drive it from there. Think Smart optimizes your energy usage by making small adjustments, just a few degrees, to keep you comfortable and lower your energy bills. And you can always override it for complete control. Once connected, you'll receive $10 in monthly bill credits for as long as the devices remain connected. Savings that add up. Ready to save effortlessly? Join the community of energy-savvy customers lowering their bills and enjoying total comfort. To learn more, contact your local Think Plus independent energy advisor. It's time to think smart with Think Energy.
All right, so it's technology, and this is when this came out. For me, it moved us from being an energy company to being a technology company. Because I thought I was joining an energy company.
Right.
When I saw this, I realized it was never that. He just did that just to get things started, but he always had the technology in place that wasn't ready at the time. And this thermostat integration powers efficiency and monthly bill credits. Yes, it gives us the $10 every single month, but it's bigger than that. It's proprietary. What does that mean? Nobody else has it but us. We're the first to come out. I love when you can be a part of something first. Are others going to come out with it after soon? At some point? We probably got about a 3-year window maybe? But it works with the smart thermostat and it responds to the grid peak spike events. There's a high demand that increases energy prices. Anytime there's a high demand, energy prices go up. But this helps the homes avoid the high costs. So it's not just the thermostat, it's intelligent technology. So here's my simplest explanation to try to bring this home so that we really understand that. So millions of people turn on the air conditioner in Texas
Me.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we get 100-degree weather,
Yes.
101, 103. So we all got the air conditioner on.
Yeah.
So since we all have the air conditioner on, what does that do? All turn on heavily at the same time, it puts a strain on the grid. And they send out messages asking us to turn it off.
Turn back, Richard?
Turn it to limited time
Yeah,
or
they
what time to turn it off. But it puts a strain on the grid. And when it puts a strain on the grid, the prices go up. And so very expensive electricity prices. And so that moment that happens is called a peak demand. Now, the thermostat isn't fighting the temperature. It's avoiding the most expensive moment. So think of it like this. Think of it like deciding if you're going to drive in a traffic jam at 5 p.m. or if you're going to leave just 5 minutes early. Anybody ever experienced that? Just 5 minutes early can make the difference to avoid the traffic.
Yeah.
Well, this Think Smart works the same way with electricity. See, the thermostat makes tiny adjustments before or during those high demands we just talked about. So that the home, and you asked me last week, doesn't it still happen? Yes, it still happens. But because it makes the adjustments with your electricity rate or usage in your house, you're not at the same usage to get the same rate that happened during the spike. So the home uses less electricity during the most expensive moments. So the goal is to help your home avoid using heavy electricity during the most expensive moments on the grid. Here's another example. Okay, so how does this happen? Let me wrap this in my brain. How does this take place? Think about Google Maps. When you use Google Maps or any GPS system, it's using AI technology. And you're on the highway and it says, there is traffic there, get off and exit 12. Now, it perceived, because of the technology, what's about to happen if you keep going that way. So it tells you ahead of time, because the technology picks up the signal knowing there's traffic. It's got satellites and all kinds of stuff in the air. So therefore we get off at exit 12 and we miss all that traffic. The technology sees the grid stress before it happens. The technology knows that before it takes place, there's getting ready to be stress on the grid, there's getting ready to be a spike, and now it builds early and responds before the highest demand moments happen. It doesn't mean that you don't have the temperature. It doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, but it changed the usage in your house to be at a lower place so that you're not affected by the spike. So it's like a guard at the door.
Ooh, Dr. Rob.
Question.
Yes.
With these smart thermostats, where's the regulation coming from? It's coming from Think Energy?
Yes. It's called Home Services. I forgot the actual name of the company that actually does it, through Think Energy.
Okay, so it's coming in, say, like through your Wi-Fi?
Yes. So you get your thermostat, you put it on the wall, you got a Wi-Fi based thermostat, and you go into your portal in Think Energy and you click the button and say, connect my device to the Proton technology.
Okay.
You just click a button. You have to give them the model number, you got to give them everything on the back of your thermostat.
Right.
The moment you click that, the Proton technology connects to your smart device and it works.
So what if someone asks me if this is not intrusive, that they're not can hear me at home and my conversations and different things like that? This is what I'm.
So that same person probably has Siri and Alexa
And a television and a
in
computer.
their house,
Right.
but through
Yeah.
through the thermostat, we're not doing that. Through the thermostat, we got Wi-Fi that's you're not speaking to.
Okay.
It's operating through the wires. Okay, but through Alexa, absolutely, because Alexa talks back to me sometime, and I ain't asked her.
God, don't answer nothing.
Yeah, so it's not quite the same as that aspect of AI
Right.
as it is through the thermostat.
Cool.
Yeah. So I hope if anybody asks, I hope they don't have Alexa or any of those things, because Alexa is listening all the time.
All the time.
Because how can she hear her name called? Right?
24/7.
So, but definitely a good question. So now, since we've talked about that, let's imagine if we combine the smart energy management with the battery backup. Oh my.
Don't hurt them.
Ooh.
Instead of pulling expensive electricity from the grid during those peak times, we've already got the thermostat that's shifting everything. But now, let's combine all that with the battery. And then the bonus is you get backup. Right?
Every summer we see it. Record heat, record energy demand, and the same story on repeat. Regular outages, soaring prices, a grid pushed to the breaking point.
The earth is still hot, and so is the demand for electricity. More energy is better than less energy.
With the rise of AI technology, demand on power plants is increasing.
Here's the thing. The grid we all depend on was built more than 100 years ago, for a time when electricity flowed one way, from a few big power plants to every home and business. But that world has changed. Today, millions of devices draw power every second. Demand for electricity keeps growing, but the grid hasn't kept pace. And it's not steady. Some hours we have plenty of power, others we're short. That's why electricity now costs different amounts at different times of day. When demand peaks, energy gets expensive. And when we need less energy, it's cheap. And this means consumers have to work harder and pay more for less reliable energy. Until thousands of those batteries together with smart software, and you get something entirely new called a virtual power plant. Instead of waiting for a distant generator to fire up, these connected devices can instantly feed energy back into the grid. The grid pays providers for this support. Those earnings can be shared with customers, lowering costs for the homeowners whose batteries made it possible. For consumers, that means significantly lower costs, predictable rates, and backup power when the grid fails, along with a direct role in building a cleaner, more resilient energy system. We are reshaping how electricity works as we're preparing to bring this idea to scale.
Think Plus will be partnering with a next-generation virtual power plant, connecting homes, batteries, and people into one intelligent energy network.
Our consumers will pay much less for even more reliable energy with backup power for their homes. And when enough homes join, the grid gets stronger and energy becomes something we all share. This is the power of connection. Coming soon from Think Plus.
This is literally going to be crazy. This is just absolutely going to be crazy. Because when I saw this, when I began to work on the understanding of the thermostat connected to the battery and our partnership with EcoFlow, I mean, they've been around. They're not just fly by night. 3 million batteries already sold. You buy the batteries at Costco, Lowe's, Amazon, Home Depot, area, and Sam's Club. Now our customers will not only save on electricity, have a free backup power for their home, and it don't cost them a dime.
So you have to buy the batteries.
No cost. No cost to the customer, no cost to install. They don't own the battery. They're the host of the battery. So they say, yes, I want the battery. They fill out the contract. Boom, we install it for free. They have it for free for the life of them living in that house. Okay? So it's a simple, compelling customer value proposition. It's all helping the customer save on electricity, get automatic backup power, no cost to install, and they enjoy peace of mind during the blackouts. And it's going to start in Texas, but also in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Illinois.
2026. Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's-
this year.
That's this year.
This year.
Yes. 15,000 to 18,000 whole home backup system, depending on the size of their house, determines if they need one or if they need two. So it's going to store electricity for later use. It's going to power your home during peak demand. It's going to reduce the reliance on the grid, and it's going to add energy independence. So when that thermostat sees that stress on the grid taking place, now guess what happens? The battery can kick in. You don't even have to be on the grid now, because now you're on the battery. So now your electricity price is even lower because you're not even on the grid, and the grid is saying thank you for supporting us, and they're paying the company, which is how the company can give it to the consumer for free. Because they're getting paid because of that power that they're giving away to the grid. So it's not just a battery, it's a whole ecosystem. And when we have multiple homes that have this battery, now we're talking about a virtual power plant. So what happens to the customer without smart energy, without any of these things we're talking about? They're vulnerable to outages. We say we've all experienced it, right? Mm-hmm. Higher bills, no backup, reactive all the time, and you're stressed out during these emergencies. Mm. But if you have any of these services, you got backup power, smarter usage, more control, possible definitely lower energy bills in your savings, and you're prepared for the future. Because we already talked about what AI is doing. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Which one you want to be? The house with the lights on? Or the house with the lights out? And literally this just happened to a couple in Santa Fe. They gave a testimony. They got the battery. And the husband came home and said, did the power go out? And she's just cooking and she's doing everything. And she said, no. The neighbor comes across the street and said, how did y'all lights stay on and ours just went out? Because theirs is flickering. And you know what? When you come home and your lights have gone out, your clock is flickering. And something lets you know that there's been something. Yeah, the microwave. But hers never changed. Because there's no time lapse between when the battery kicks in. Not like generators.
Right.
Generators, there's a little time period. It's not long, but you got to crank it up and everything. You got to go outside. Somebody say they don't want to go outside. Cut it off. But all this automatically happens when it goes back and forth. And remind you, every one of these costs nothing to the customer.
Preach, Dr. Rod.
No cost.
No cost.
So how many of us then could get paid if we shared this with somebody? I mean, Ms. Allen has said, if all of us shared it with one person and got them to come and take a look at this, that's all we tell people is just take a look.
Yeah.
We're not telling you to make a choice, take a look. Because then you help them make some better energy choices. Michael Falquist is the CEO and founder. He's the visionary behind all this. And it's not just his first rodeo. He's done energy before, built Veridian over to 300,000 customers, 30,000 associates, was Entrepreneur of the Year. But that's not what was important to me. This is what's important to me. This guy, they gave him $100 million from Oak Tree Capital. $100 million. Roscoe, can I have 1,000, please?
500.
I don't have people I can call and give $1,000, right?
That's right.
But then he used some of it to acquire Think Energy in November 22, and then rebranded it, relaunched it in February 2023. So for all you researchers out there, if you go and do the research and you see Think Energy's been around before 2023, that's not us, right? Because it's been rebranded, and now we have a 4.4 rating when they had a 1-point rating at that time.
That's what you get when you go to, they tell you about that when you go to, what's that thing? I think. Yeah.
And so now since then, we've already begun to get accolades. In December 2025, the DSN Momentum Index, Think Energy was one of only 13 companies, and we were the only energy company that now we're saying this company has momentum because, goodness gracious, they've already approached $150 million in their third year. And there were companies listed on this list of companies of momentum like Legal Shield, Primerica, WFG. Those companies have been around a long time, and we're only 3 years old. And we're listed amongst them. So here's what Michael says. If done right, with a laser focus on products that are great for the customer and a community that attracts world-class entrepreneurs, and that's what we're attracting, world-class entrepreneurs, then network marketing is the perfect vehicle for positive change. We all network market.
Oh.
Even when people say, I don't do that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Did you go see Michael and tell somebody?
Yeah.
You just network market for them. Did you go see any movie, any TV show that you watch a series of? You know, in any restaurant you go to, and you come back and you tell somebody, "Girl, you need to go over there." You just marketed for them
Netflix.
and didn't get paid.
Yeah, not a dime.
But in network marketing, you can get paid. So we got a compensation plan with 9 ways of getting paid. Now 10, because of the battery. They just sent that email out talking about the 10th way we're fixing to get paid because of the battery. And so energy advisors earn money through custom acquisition bonuses, through residual income, through rank advancement, through mentor bonuses. And all it takes to be an advisor, now you know, when you talk about a business, there's an investment, right? Prior to this, we said it don't cost nothing for a customer. But to become an advisor, an energy advisor, so you can share with other people, it's $59. One time. Then 364 days later, if you say it didn't work, I didn't like it, you don't do nothing. You get out. But if you say I made my money back, $59, you can do it. You can make that money back in 1 day, 24 hours. Then you pay $149 just to renew your status.
No auto ship or nothing like that.
No auto ship. No paying for your website every single month.
Yeah.
No monthly fees. And you're going to get access to a proven think system. You're going to get 2 websites. You're going to get certification training because you have to be certified, because now that's y'all's next step is to get certified in all the states that we're live in. And then bam, boom. That's okay. We got we got an app that's there available for you to use. The whole back office that tells you everything about your customers, about your energy advisors, about everything to do with your business. And then we start making money.
Start making money.
Now, every time you sign up a customer, that's $20 to change. And if you are in a state where we have community solar, which is another service that I'm not talking about today because we're talking about Texas, but you can make anywhere between $30 and $50. And then if you decide to share with somebody, and like me, when I'm talking to people, we're trying to get customers, but every now and then somebody says, "Can I do this too?"
Right.
every now and then somebody says, "Well, can I make this money that you're making?" Yeah, join the team. And now you've got a team member, and you're building a team at that point because it's like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And then you receive on the second level $10 when they receive 20, 15 to 25 when they receive 30 to 50, and that goes all the way down to infinity.
Infinity.
Infinity means it never stops. But here's what I like about Think Energy. They always got promotions. Always have promotions. And look at the promotion in Texas right now. Instead of that $20, boom.
$50.
That's $70 per
70.
customer.
Oh, you added 20.
50 plus the 20.
Oh.
Every customer you make $70. That lasts until June 30th. It was April, then it was May, and now it's all the way to June.
More money, more money.
So, whether it's 12 month or 24 month, $70. $70. So, I mean, if you use your database now and go call 10 folk, you just done made $700. Lord have mercy.
No.
And I'm going to call you and say, can I borrow something?
Get a whole little something.
So it's a system. We have a system in place. It's called the 5-3-5. You get 5 customers or 5 customer points, 3 energy advisors, and teach those 3 to get 5. And there's a system in place that you can send them to a website. You can send them to, they got 4 different sessions now where they're teaching you're a new person, so you don't even have to do that.
Right.
How to become an energy advisor and what to do next. 5-3-5. That means you're going to have 20 team customer points with a total of 25. Some people don't even do this with a team. They just go get 25 people. One lady did 25, and in 2 weeks she was a regional energy advisor. The first ranking in the company. Some company it takes forever just to get to the first rank. Okay? So you start as an energy advisor. Everybody starts in the same place. And the thing about it I like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Right? There's no time limit. There's no pressure. Because maybe you're working on a job. Maybe you've got a business. Maybe you're doing other things. You're not doing this full time. The majority of the people in this company are not doing it full time. They're doing it part time or sometime. But you can't do it anytime. You got to do something, right? But if you become a regional energy advisor and you get those points, and you can get multiple points in one house, the company is going to give you $100 bonus the moment you become a regional energy advisor 1 week later, because you get paid weekly. If you do that within 30 days, they change that to $200. Then you become a senior energy advisor. When you do that, you get $250. And if you do that within 90 days, they make that $500. And then you become a director with 8 personal customer points and 500, because you got a whole team working with you at this point. Right. And you get $500 or $1,000 if you do it within 120 days from the date that you join. But even if you don't get these times, you still get these bonuses. And there's no time limit on that. Whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you still get the bonus as soon as you hit those ranks. And then you continue to go at regional director, you get $1,000, senior director $2,500, partner $10,000, regional partner $20,000, and senior partner $50,000. My husband and I were in New Jersey, Atlantic City during their first conference, and we physically saw Big John walk across the stage. He went from senior director to regional partner. Wow. How did he do that? Because he had 2 people that hit partner before he did. Right. When they hit partner before he did, then he got to the conference, he was regional partner. Wow. And they paid him a big old huge check, $20,000 and a $10,000 check.
And 20 and?
Both. Because he went from senior director to regional partner. So he got both of these. So if you go through this whole thing, by the time you get there, you've done $84,000, over $84,000. And if you did it in record time, you've made an additional $1,700. But here's the clincher. Here's what we're all working for is residual income, y'all. Okay. This is to make money while you sleep.
Let's go.
Okay?
Let's go.
This is it. And so let's just go with the bare minimum of 3 advisors. 3 advisors, who get 3 is 9, who get 3 is 27, who get 3, all the way down. By the time you reach senior partner, you will have accumulated over $88,000, sir.
You're fined $100, sir.
Okay, put it on my account.
Okay.
Account, I ain't got no money.
If you just get 5 customers, just 5, that's the minimum. We got people that go out and get 200. Yeah. But if you just get 5 who get 5 who get 5, over time, it's not overnight.
Over time.
But it's over time.
Right.
That's why it's good to leave a legacy, because we don't know how much time we have. Okay? But if over time, we're going to be here to make this thing happen, and you will end up with over 442,000 customers. The goal of this company is to hit 1 million customers. We already showed you where he built a company with over 300,000 customers. Okay? So and they didn't have anything but electricity. They didn't have autosave. They didn't have community solar. They didn't have the battery. With all this stuff we got, we're going to hit 1 million customers. And then this chart that you're looking at, these numbers, yep, they look small, but just think about this times 1,000, this times 1 million. But that's band 1. I tell you, I'm living in a 3-bedroom house in Missouri City, and I'm band 2. I don't know what we got on that needs to be turned off. We got to turn something off, but 576,000 plus per month.
Yeah. Per month.
Per month.
Ooh,
now,
serious money.
If people can't see that, and some people cannot, then let's break it down and say you don't even do. Let's just 10% of that, 57,000. If you can't see that, let's break it down to all 1%. $5,706. Will that do something to help your family? Because some people just do network marketing just to make an additional $500 extra every month. For some families, that helps to pay some things. It makes a difference sometimes between a divorce. And that's not including the other residual income that comes from community solar. But then the goal of every person that joins this company ought to be to get the partner. And that doesn't matter how long that takes to get the partner, because nothing else, I don't have any other vehicles in my life that could get me this kind of residual income, because every time a customer signs up and pays their bill, money goes into the partner pool. That pool money is shared by the partners every single month. So let's say 1 million customers. Let's just say we get 1 million customers. And let's just say a share is 10 cents. What's 1 million times 10 cents?
That's about $10,000.
About $10,000
Yeah, about $10,000.
every single month,
Yeah.
like clockwork, just because you're a partner. So we strive for this. We work for this. 3 years, 4 years. Big John says it's a 4-year plan. It's a 4-year plan. I mean, it's better than our 401ks. It's better than any other pensions that we could ever think about working for. And we're the only company that has these 4 services. Community solar in other states, AutoSave in other states other than Texas. But in Texas, Think Smart and the virtual power plant that's coming that we can't wait for. So, when we look at the markets, I talked about Texas only, but I do want you to know that you're able to reach people in other states that are really hot. Texas, New York, Illinois, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Ohio, Delaware, D.C., and Virginia. These are some hot states right here. These are hot because they've got some really easy products, services to sign people up for, and it's really going well. So
those are states that we're limited to?
no, we're not limited to those states. Here are all the states we are currently active in right now. So electricity and community solar are here. AutoSave is here. Community solar is here. And electricity is here. Community solar only is here.
Right.
But in these, you got electricity and community solar. And in these 6 states, you have AutoSave.
Do you have electricity in Virginia?
Virginia has, where's Virginia? Community solar.
That's it.
Okay, and see, here's how community solar works. When the farm fills up, they open up the farm for everybody.
Right.
And the first people that usually get it are just everybody. But then they have a certain amount reserved just for low to moderate income.
Oh, okay.
That's what's available now
In Virginia.
Right. And they have to fill those up first before they open up another farm. Then they open up another farm, they give us a notice, and then the reason we are the exclusive supplier for a lot of these states is because when community solar first started, they would go door to door. And it would take them months, 6, 7, 8 months to fill up the farm. The moment we started with our first one that was in Maine, it took us 1 month to fill up the farm. Because it's through relationship marketing. So they told all of our energy advisors, call your people, get them signed up. And it happened. Now, when they make those announcements now, farms are filled up in almost 3 or 4 days. Because the larger amount of energy advisors we have, it starts popping and you got to move. As soon as they say a state is open, you got to move.
Right.
And we all got some states that we're thinking about when they're going to do California. That's what you say. When it's going. So we never know when, because it's done by the Utility Commission Board, when they're going to turn the light. But we know that all these states have already paid for community solar. They've received the funds for community solar to be in their state, except for 2 states.
Florida?
What 2 states y'all think those are?
Florida and Texas.
Texas and Florida. Did not receive the funding for community solar. Didn't accept, that's right. Did not accept. They could have received it, they didn't accept it.
Thanks to Governor Abbott.
Yeah, we need him to get up out the chair.
Get up out that chair.
Oops.
Thanks to Governor Abbott.
Oh yeah, that's what I told you. You are alive.
So, not only are we working here in Texas, but who do you know in these other states? Because you benefit the same way here as you do all over the country. So welcome to the community, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Is this available to us? The
Yeah.
slide presentation?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
all right.
Absolutely. If I can stop changing it.
Hey,
Is that
Diane.
better?
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
How do you
All
think
this
she
video,
did?
It's all the videos and presentation. That's good.
Oh, they got to.
But I mean, all those, some of those slides are not in everybody else's stuff.
We didn't think about them.
So in order to get this
how to bring 'em
presentation,
back.
what do? You have to.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool.
As a moderator.
After that,
Yeah.
Probably close that.
Dr. Rob.
All right.
More money, more
I'll
money.
call you later.
Any questions?
Really
Just
like
send me the
your
presentation.
examples with the